And hi everyone, welcome back. You're an idiot.
I'm not an idiot.
Hi everyone, welcome back to the Pixel Forge podcast, episode number 30.
Wow.
Yes, indeed,
Again.
30. And I'm one of your hosts, Sean. I'm here with my other co-host, Josh. And every week we go through all of our business news to everything in gaming and in Warhammer and tabletop as well. So yeah, how you been this week? We've been doing
Busy-ish. I had course thing to do, which is kind of nice for meeting people, people I met, but otherwise, I guess, I learned a little bit, but overall, I don't think it was too beneficial. But other than that, chilling.
Pretty much the same, just been busy at work. It was a Christmas period now, so it's getting a bit hectic. So yeah, just been doing a lot of stuff like that and trying to catch up with some sleep. I know you have as well.
Oh yeah, I still think
sleep's been crazy, right?
Yeah, trust me.
But yeah, all in all, been alright this week.
Good.
So yeah, to start off this week, because we're getting close to Christmas now, it's the 12th December, and it's crazy as I said that actually out loud, because obviously I know most of you know, some of you might not know. I did mention this probably in like the second episode, or might have been the first episode of pilot. How I had surgery on the 11th of December last year, so it's actually been a year since I've had the surgery. Yeah, it's absolutely insane. So still happy to be here.
Do you say happy anniversary to something like that?
I know, it's weird because I was thinking that myself yesterday. I was like, is it an anniversary?
Oh yeah. Do you want an anniversary anyway? Well, you're still here.
Get a little cake and blue.
Yeah, do you know what I mean?
But yeah, so I know you probably didn't know that, but yeah, I've had surgery like a year ago to the day yesterday, I guess. Wow. So, but yeah, so to kick off this episode, we are going to do, because it's close to Christmas, as I said, just a little something different, like 5 gifts for Christmas. Like what are not saying our top 5 gifts, but just 5 gifts in general that you may consider as presents. I'll be doing the gaming side. Josh will be handling the Warhammer tabletop side.
Obviously.
So we're gonna just. Do you want to go one by one? Do one each. One.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. Okay. Right. Why not? I've got the book this time. You see, not the.
See, I'm on the phone this time. You got the book. I'm on the phone.
You know what I mean? Santa's list, mate. That's what that is.
All right. Let's get the list up.
Look, do you want me to go first? While you?
Yeah, go on then. Go on.
So my first option that I had is a Warhammer Combat Patrol.
Okay.
Which is like a box set that has obviously like a whole bunch of stuff, but those are pretty good because you can get that box and all the minis in there. It's designed so that, like, I think I've said this 100 times before. Like, if I've got you a Combat Patrol and you made it and painted it, you could use that Combat Patrol in games of 40k straight away. Like, you would. There's nothing really else you need to add or do anything. Yeah. Initially, anyway. So.
Yeah. For my first gift, guys, I'm trying to think. I might. Gonna do the price range from, like, I guess not low, not cheap, well, cheap to highest, I guess. Yeah, actually the last one is.
I didn't even consider price range, to be honest.
My last one's gonna be very pricey. I'm not gonna lie to you. Yeah. But yeah, I'll do like the lower end stuff. So I've gone with cable guys, the controller holders. They're very neat. You can get different characters from all your favorite games. Very, very detailed as well. Like the statues that you get. Obviously, it's any character, I guess, with their hands out, holding your controller or phone. I've seen like even D&D ones that hold dice and there's all different kind of holders they have. So I've gone with that as my first one, and they're roughly around 20 quid. Roughly around 20 pounds, 25 pounds, depending on what character you get. And some are on sale right now as well. So if you want to go check them out, cable guys, go see what they're up to.
I guess I'm not going to do what you're doing. I'm just going to ask
That's cool. That's no problem.
My next one is a hero or like a single model kit. So like it would be like a Space Marine captain, or you might have like not necessarily a cat. Like it could be like a Chaos Lord. You could have like just an Eldari type specific character and stuff like that. And it can either be like named character like Titus, or it could just be a general character like, again, like a Space Marine lieutenant without any real recognition to the name, and they kind of range between 15 to 25 quid. So they're like all right, I guess you could do those as like, like a Secret Santa gift if you have to do them. They're pretty good for that sort of thing, but they still work as a gift. You could get a couple of them, and that's a pretty good gift, I think.
Nice. All right, my next one is disc plate metal posters.
Okay.
They're very cool.
Yeah.
There's the designs on them, like obviously you can get any poster from like pretty much any game and stuff. Right now I'm actually looking at one which has got Ultramarine on it. It looks fire.
Yeah.
But they're very cool. So you can get them like flat, like matte, like there's different. You can have them in texture style or just flat style posters and stuff like that. So that's pretty cool for what they are, and they're roughly around. Depends on how the style you get it and how large or small you get the poster. They're kind of starting from like 45 pounds and upwards. So it depends on what you get. So they're not. It's pretty decent for what you get as well. And I say the quality of them looks really good. And they're easy to like hang up and everything like that. So check them out as well. Display metal posters.
Also, by the way, we're not endorsing anything.
No, yeah, we're not. We're not got sponsors or nothing like that, guys.
Yeah, no sponsors. There's no, like, mention Pixel Forge podcast, you get a discount. There's none of that. Sorry.
Unless you want to hook us up.
Yeah, I mean, unless any of these brands want to sponsor us, I doubt they're even watching. But there we are. My next thing was faction dice. So, you can get dice that are specific to units or armies that you're collecting.
Yeah.
Like you can get Imperial Guard dice where they've got the Aquila on the side, or you can get Space Marine. Like you can get Ultramarine ones where they've got the U for Ultramar and stuff like that. So they're a cool gift if you know someone that's already got Warhammer. But they may not or may play. At least with those dice, they can choose whether they want to play and stuff. If not, so yeah, faction dice I think cool. They're nice themage if you know someone that's already playing.
No, that's cool. That's wicked. I never knew. Might check these out.
Yes, we'll get you into Space Wolves. Yes.
Oh, yeah, trust me. My next one, going to my headset. I picked a HyperX Cloud Alpha headset. They're looking very comfortable. I think they have 3 hours of battery. This is a wireless one as well, by the way. Like 300 hours of battery life as well. But they look very, very comfortable. It's like I know a lot of the pros and stuff use them as well, like on events and stuff like that as well. Yeah, proper one for like gaming, like hours and hours. Like you'll have no problem with your audio and stuff like that.
Yeah, cool.
But yeah, they're going in from about 110 pounds, kind of upwards. Depends on what store you get it from. But they're at 110 pounds.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty decent.
Yeah, I think to go back to the dice, I think the dice can range between 15 to 30, maybe, if I remember correctly. I can't remember. Next is a carry case.
Okay.
Because I think one thing that people tend to forget is like being able to transport an army or models.
Oh,
between,
yeah. You ain't trying to put them in a carrier bag.
No, do you know what I mean?
Morrison's
don't even get me.
I just show up to the...
Yeah, I can't. I'll tell you to leave. You're embarrassing.
Everyone will tell me to.
So a carry case, you can get these from different places, not just a GW Games Workshop. You can get them for like KR cases. You can get just the foam and put them in boxes. You've got really useful boxes. You have the magnetic stuff that you can get now. And I guess the storage can range from as cheap as like 20 quid all the way up to like 150.
Okay.
Depending on the size and the way it is and who you get it from and stuff like that. So carry cases are good. And even if it's someone that has them already, it probably doesn't mean they have enough. I have some carry cases, and I by any means do not have enough carry cases.
So the cases that you can get, are they just for the miniatures or that miniatures and light environment as well? Like, is it?
I mean, it depends on the brand. Most of GW's ones are the miniatures. And then some brands you can get, like, it's more down to the foam. So you can get foam where, like, you can have one set where, like, a tank goes in the side and then miniatures. So it just depends on where you get it from. Okay. Really. But, yeah, carry case is a good idea.
Okay, yeah. Oh, is it the foam thing that you was looking at the Dark Spirit, the box kind of thing you was looking at? Remember?
Yes.
Okay.
That's a
different kind of thing, but yeah.
That's the KR ones.
Okay.
And that's fine, but it wasn't big enough for the miniatures. So again, it's all dependent on what you need, what your need is. Okay. So, yeah.
Okay. Carry case, guys. Check it out. My next one, the fourth one, I'm going to a console. There's a lot of consoles you can buy this Christmas from all these handhelds, everything that's going out right now. But I think I'll say practical pick was it's more of a sensible pick personally. I think is a Nintendo Switch 2. Nintendo crushing it like crazy. Like the handheld, obviously it's a handheld console, and you can dock it into your TV for your TV as well. So like you can play it both ways on the go and stuff like that. So I think for me that's the most practical console right now, if that makes sense. I mean, you can get a dedicated handheld like the Asus Xbox ROG Ally, or I mean even the PlayStation Portal. You can take it with you, but then it's like
I think you can use it like a ROG now though.
That's what I'm saying. I think you can now with the updates they've just done to it. But I don't know. I think Nintendo ones just still has that, and the depth of games as well on Nintendo as well. The Zeldas and stuff like that. I'm going with Nintendo Switch 2 as my fourth pick as a good holiday present for you guys out there. The price of them, just console by itself, is about $385. With a game bundled in is about $410. So, yeah.
Okay, well, my last thing is paint and brush sets, and not specifically whether they're together or not, but you can get sets. So, like for example, Games Workshop have starter sets where you get a base, like a starter brush, a paint set, and a few miniatures.
Okay.
They're pretty good. Or you can get like paint sets where it's just the paints and some brushes. You can get just brush sets where it's just like bespoke brushes and stuff like that. So those are probably pretty good, and they're good for painting. You're going to need those. I probably should have added like actual miniature making tools, so like clippers and a scalpel and stuff like that. But just tools. I guess this example is just tools in general. Sorry, and they can range from as little as like £2 a tool all the way up to like buying tool sets at like 20-30 quid. So again, it just depends on where you shop. But I think even if you had tools, there's never enough tools and paintbrushes. Like you can always do with more of that stuff for at least gifting. I think not enough people buy their own stuff once they've got a couple of brushes. You're not really looking to buy more. That's my last gift choice.
Okay. My last one, this is the most expensive one on my list, to be honest with you, is a Herman Miller Embody gaming chair. Yeah, I know. Hey,
the minute you said the name, I knew it was going to be some crazy price point.
Herman Miller in its name itself, yeah, you know it's going to be a wild price. But if you want comfort as a gamer, this is the chair you need.
This guy. We're not on commission, by the way.
And you can have it at the go.
Yeah. Can you imagine?
Well, yes, this gaming chair, absolutely insane. It looks. I haven't actually sat on it myself, but it looks super comfortable.
This guy,
like the reviews and stuff on this has been absolutely insane as well. Sure. A lot of people really loving this chair. I know obviously a lot of PC players definitely have this. I'm not sure if you're playing console gaming, you might not want to sit on this you might not even get this. It's mainly for PC players, to be honest with you, to be fair. But it looks insane. The price of it, £1,715, or might be actually close to over £2,000.
The chair better sit on me for that price.
so it is a bit pricey, but if you need a good gaming chair, that's your chair this year.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
This guy with his crazy.
Yeah. He looks comfortable. He does look really, really comfortable.
Right.
So now, that's our top 5 gifts right now.
Yep.
We are gonna dive into some business news first.
Yeah, we'll do business news.
Some business stuff.
I think you're going to take us through
the gaming.
First, yes.
Yep. Yeah. So I say business stuff for me is non-existent at this moment of time. I will have you updated very soon on that.
Yeah, that's why we were laughing at the beginning.
Yeah. If it gets kept in the video.
Yeah, well, maybe. I'm going to keep it now. I probably won't. I've only got a few tidbits. One is Black Sheep Scenery. I've brought him up a few times. I'm now looking at a potential big partnership with him, which would be like UK scale, I guess is the easiest way to explain it.
Oh, nice.
Which I'm quite excited about. I mean, we haven't necessarily got to the point where we've got like the exclusive miniature on the website. Not miniature, the exclusive stuff on the website yet. So to kind of, for him to feel confident to suggest it, which I never brought it up. For him to suggest it and feel comfortable, I like that our relationship's got to that, because we've been talking quite regularly, to be fair, and we talk about the similar pain points with different things and whatnot. So it's been quite nice to feel like someone trusts me enough that they'd want to put that into my 100%. Hands as well as theirs. So there's that to come, and I'll update you as and when I can and as things progress. And then The next two are kind of one in the same, but the craft fair, the design and craft fair that I went to,
Yes.
complete failure. It was an absolute
Oh, was
disaster.
it? I would say, was it really exciting? Was it bubbly? Did you have a good time? Sorry.
So it was a complete failure, absolute disaster.
Man, that's crazy.
I made one sale the whole time, which is crazy.
That is just, yeah, it was,
Like-
when you
like,
told me that, I
that's-
was like, no way.
That again, like before I go into it, obviously, and I've said this already, we thought the Christmas period would help elevate the sales we'd done already, not necessarily have to be. Do you know what I mean? I had the gift sets that I set up and stuff like that. Absolutely, the problem was there was many more tourists that just weren't buying stuff. That's the problem. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I definitely think they need to review their own processes and how they set that event up. Now, when you do it 2 times, I don't think it's very well organised or managed, to be totally honest. Even to the point where they've sent the feedback form back, and I'm not going to fill it in this time because I'm just going to say the same thing, and I don't think it'll be, because they didn't listen.
They didn't listen, yeah.
months
They didn't
ago.
listen the first
Do you know
time.
what I mean? So yeah, that was my first point. Literally the same issues as last time, and I'm not going to get into it now. And I said,
Was anybody else? Sorry, was anybody else there that you saw last time there? Was that?
oh, there was actually.
Okay.
There was one,
Okay.
but they do lots of markets and all of that stuff. So it kind of, I think they were just there from doing it more so than they would have wanted to go back, because they had the same problem
As you saying.
as me. And like, I think some of the other stores made a bit more money, obviously, than me. But like it's just not organised correctly, and it genuinely bottles down to the way they expose people to it. They do a couple of posts towards the weekend, and then all you see is them doing posts about the food bit there, instead of like the actual market. So I think they need to review the people that organise it and deliver it, because they're sitting there taking their money away and we're not making any, where usually with them types of events there should still be that expectation that you at least make the table back and nothing else, if anything. Do you know what I mean? And then the other thing is there was no consistent presence of the organisers. Last time we got a couple of visit drop-ins. This time saw the organiser once and didn't see them the whole weekend.
That's crazy.
So I think that whole thing's cooked, and that's not necessarily because of my niche per se. I think it's just that market is not very well.
It's not well organised, yeah. So.
Do you know what I mean? And when I was telling some of the new people that were there my thoughts from last time and how it is, by the time we got to the end of the weekend, they'd experienced
so there was a few new people that first time.
Yeah, there's a whole
timers.
bunch. There was one next to me who is their first proper market.
Oh.
And I was like, I said to people, I said, I'm going to tell you straight
Don't
from
do
what
it.
I experienced
Don't
last
do this
time. So, and not even, I didn't necessarily
Yeah,
say that.
you're not trying. Yeah, like.
But I set the expectation of expect there to be plenty of people, but don't expect money. And you getting told that Sunday is busy. I said, yes, Sunday can be busier. That doesn't mean you're making any money. It just means there's more people out, which is evidently what it was. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I don't think we'll be doing that again. And if for whatever reason we do, it would only be the Sunday at best. Which then goes on to the point that I'm going to do my best to start focusing a little bit more on my niche, because there was, I can't remember her name now, but there was one lady there who, she had bags that were being made in Ghana. They were hand-woven bags. She was really nice. We got on quite well. Me, Sabrina, and her, we got on quite well. And she said, because I was saying to her, like, some of the things are outside London, so it's a bit difficult. She's like, you got, for me, you got like hands and feet, you can travel. So I'm kind of trying to think of it that way and see some where they're close-ish. I also realised that I know a few more people that actually drive. So there is a potential, like, I don't necessarily just rely on Sabrina, especially if there's events where, I know I appreciate that she goes, but I don't want her to obviously be going. And do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think there's things like that. But I will say Salute's secured now. I'm 100%.
Oh, you're in it, yeah.
I'm 100% going to be at Salute as an exhibitor, which I'm very, very excited about.
I'm going to try and roll to that as well. I'm going to try and come as well.
Yeah, come do it. It's tabletop. Trust me, it is a good time.
Yeah, it's whenever I'll go there. Pick up some bits, man. Learn a few bits.
Yeah, it's a good time. Yeah, you trust me. It's a different vibe to like Comic-Con.
Yeah, that's what I was. Yes,
like, and it's great. Like, and everyone's there for tabletop. It's not like with Comic-Con. It's so broad. Like, people are there for all different things, but this, like, people there for hobby. And even like you see family, like it's great. I love it. I love Salute. It's brilliant. And to be able to sell there, this will be my third salute, so getting to my third salute and actually exhibiting now. Do you know what I mean? Like there's progress. So yeah, I think I'm very excited. That's all I've got.
Okay. Transition into some gaming news now for you guys. Probably where do I start? I will tell you now. This obviously right now. What's it? The 12th of December. Yesterday we did have the Game Awards. We haven't watched it. We haven't watched it for a reason why we haven't watched it, but we'll watch it later. And next episode will be a full special, not a special. Yeah, a special. We'll just talk about the whole Game Awards, every category.
Yeah, so the episode we were going to do as a special, we're going to do in the new year. So
that's it.
That's a return to podcast special, and then the episode before Christmas, or the Christmas episodes, however it works with the dates. I apologise. That will be a Game Awards special where we're going to break down kind of what we did when we went through the list of who we voted for. Yeah. We'll go through who won.
That's it.
And then just talk about
because you still got your card saved in it, what you voted for. Right?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
So we'll talk about that. Everything next week. Mm-hmm. But right now, let's dive into some gaming stuff. I know you not been a bit too busy this week. If you have played anything, what have you played this week?
Destiny.
That's Destiny. You're just killing this game. It's insane. To be fair, I'm the opposite. I'm just playing Battlefield. That's what I've been reading.
So don't come at me with you've been playing.
And obviously Fortnite as well. The new Fortnite new season's been pretty cool. I've done all the Kill Bill stuff, like got all of her cosmetics and stuff. Like,
you were coming at me about playing Destiny.
Hey. I got the free Fortnite Cyrillic with my Game Pass. Any
excuse
to dive back in. Do you know what I mean? It's so sick. Like, they actually done that as well. To be fair, so I ain't got to pay for the Game Pass or anything like that. Played a little bit of Red Dead, not too much.
Oh yeah, Red Dead as well. Did I? Actually, I played it day before yesterday.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's the only 3 games I really played this week: Battlefield, Red Dead, and Fortnite. Mm-hmm. I haven't touched my Mario Galaxy. I need to get back to that actually. I was enjoying that. But then going into a bit of news here, we have on the 8th of December. So the 11-bit studios had their first ever digital showcase. When I called you to come watch it, did you watch it?
I did watch it. Then I was like, when I finished, I was like, why'd you bloody call me? I could have just watched the highlights.
I didn't know how short it was going to be.
Christ, I had it on, like I was washing up as well, and then it finished. I was like,
you're like, I watched the cut.
Yeah, I was going to say, I had the film on and everything, because normally I put a film on to do work.
I didn't know.
And then I was like, I know, I'm not arguing that point. The point I'm arguing, you told me I put it on, and it was like, I literally went, and then the thing had finished. Crazy.
But it was okay. It was just very short showcase. You can go watch it. It was about not even 20 minutes. For like it was like 25 minutes. I don't know how long it was. I was not just even like, 20 minutes. Put the film back on. It was very short. So basically, all they showed was first of all they kicked off with the altars. Have you played much of that still, or not really?
No.
I need to dive back. After seeing this, I might jump back into it again. Like so that. What they have is a new free major content update, which is out now. So it's like new modules like Gamers Den. There's a card game in there now. There's new storyline, base customization, so you can color different colors of your base and stuff like that. Suit customization as well, so change all your suit up. Photo mode looks crazy. That looked wild. They were flashing for it so quick, but just all the old it was mad. There's a relax mode, so now you can explore. It's just basically on an easy mode. Right, yeah. Just focus on the story, not so much all the other craziness. There's obviously a new save system, how to save the game, and they promised in 2026 as well some new DLC, which is coming as well. Cool, good. So, but yeah, out now, as I say, this major update, which is out now, to go check it out. Then they went on to a game called Death Howl, which is a Souls-like deck builder. It looks okay. It's not a game that I probably would dive into. Did you?
I'm not interested.
Okay.
It looked cool, but
it looks okay. It looks okay, guys. It's out on December 9th as well, which is it's out now. It's out now. So I think if the demo is out now as well, so there's a demo as well. So if you want to play the demo before you played it, buy it, you can do that. Okay. But it's only on PC right now. It's coming to consoles next year, February 19th. 2026, so check out then if you want to get it. Then they moved on to talking about playing the early access right now on PC, which is Moonlighter 2. That looked cool. I actually want to play that. I haven't finished the first one properly. I might have to go back.
It looks cool. I don't know if I actually like the new style though.
The art, you think the art style?
I think I prefer the first.
I know what you're talking about. Exactly what I was thinking.
I think the first game looks better. I think the first game looks better and suits its like demographic of a game. I think this one, and I'm not saying it's not a good thing. It's all improved and stuff. I don't know. I feel like it's just. Visually, it looks like it's away from
kiddie.
It
looked very.
It's not even kiddie. I just feel like it just doesn't have the same vibe as the first game.
The first,
I don't know if I'd get on with it. I'd rather play the first one.
I probably obviously I still need to play. I played the first one a bit, but I need to get back into it. I got it on my Switch, so I'll definitely jump back into that at some point. But I do want to play this one when it comes out eventually.
Yeah, I'll probably play it. Yeah.
I'll give it a try. Then from that, it went to Frostpunk 2, Fractured Utopias.
Yeah, that's cool.
So, you like that?
Oh yeah, Frostpunk's great.
I've never played them.
It's all about like you have a central heater
little hub,
and you've got to build the city around it. But and then also has.
So it's not like civilizations and all that stuff, but is it like?
It is a little bit because you still have to work the economy and the government, and you have like different councils and like it's literally like it's a city builder.
Yeah.
But you have all of the things that come with having to make a city. Like uprising, workers' unions, government, all that stuff. I like it. I like Frostpunk. It's a tough game. It's a tough game to play. It's a tough strategy game.
Okay.
Because you really have to manage. Like it's a proper managed sim. You got to really understand what you're doing. You can't just build a bunch of stuff and go, oh yeah, the economy's fine, because you'll build a bunch of stuff and the economy's fine, but then the workers will revolt because they're not happy with their pay, and then it fucks. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. So yeah, they're obviously they announced this one it's come with 8 unique factions, utopias, 8 faction skill trees, 8 faction hubs, variants of housing districts, over 100 narrative events, 2 premium tales, new map, and it is out now. Yes. So I say I've never played them. They do look okay, but I don't think I'll get along with that type of game personally. You look at me like, nah, you ain't gonna. You're like Clover Pit. Ooh, when did you?
Hang on, yeah.
You jumped on that one quick. Then they went to the last game on that showcase, which was Frostpunk 1886, which is going to be like based in London, I think it said as well. But that's in the works right now. It's not out yet. It's coming out in 2027, but it's in the works right now. They showed it all.
I think it was a bit too early to.
Very, yeah. But they just announced it that they're working on something new, I guess, which is cool. So yeah, if you want to check that showcase out, it was only about 20 minutes, not even that. I think it was very short, so you can go check it out. Moving on, Call of Duty. Yeah. I know your face drop every time I say Call of Duty. Call of Duty, I have another little shake up again. Basically, they've said now you'll no longer see back-to-back entries in the Modern Warfare or Black Ops sub-franchises. So they're going to stop. Apparently, they're kind of stepping away from them for a little while now. They've kind of done with them. So whatever's coming out new, it's going to be completely different. So expect the unexpected now.
I'll be honest, I'm so
literally expect the unexpected. I'm guessing they probably could go back to the World War stuff. I don't know if they would, or would they just try and keep it modern?
Genuinely, do you know the only way they're going to save their grace now is they remaster the original games?
Yeah, but
because I'd play Call of Duty Finest Hour again.
I understand, but you want something new now. Like you keep playing the same games, like remaster from like how many years?
But they're better than.
It's crazy.
They're better than. I'd rather play Call of Duty Finest Hour as it is now on PS2 than playing Black Ops Crap 7. I think they should remaster and do it in a way that benefits people. So even if you remaster the first 3 games and then offer a discount, I think that's the only way they're going to save grace, because everybody else that's been doing that with some of their original IPs are getting good kudos.
I think the only remastered game I would want is World at War. That was my favourite Call of Duty. World at War was my favourite one. That's the only one I want remastered. If they did it, fair play. That's the only one I care about. I don't care about any other Call of Duty games right now. No, that's the only one I want.
Do the originals, and then they do the originals, and then they can start remastering stuff like World at War and everything else, I think.
Yeah. Crazy. But yeah. They're not good at... Yeah, go on.
I don't know if you've got it in it. They're literally like, with this new one, And the reason why I'm saying remaster the old ones because they're just campaigns, right?
Yeah.
They're literally scrubbing the campaign from this game because they've killed off in the new season. They've killed off the main villain from the campaign. Has been killed off in the new season of the multiplayer. There's a new villain. So do you see what I mean? Like everything they've done since the launch has been objectively to cut off the thing that didn't work. But that doesn't improve anything. That just admits guilt. So all they've done, they're chopping all the fat off. And it was crap. It was horrific. All it was like, and I'm saying this in the context of the snippet I saw. The woman, the main bad woman, she's been captured, and this guy comes out of space like Batman and shoots her in the head.
That's it.
That's it in a cutscene, and that's it. Welcome to season 1. Do you know what I mean? What the hell? They're retconning. They're just scrubbing all the campaign element.
Wild. But yeah, hopefully no more Black Ops for a little while. And World of Warfare.
Mate, at this point, screw it.
On to another little bit of news. Resident Evil Requiem out next year, as we know.
You're going to talk about the leak.
The leak. The leak indeed. New character.
Well, is it new?
Is it new? Not really.
No.
Did we think he was coming?
Yes.
Yes. Did the director, whatever producer, lie to us? Yes.
I mean, spoiler alert, I'd skip now if you don't. I mean, unless it's impossible that you haven't seen it. Skip like a minute if you don't want to hear what we're about to share, I guess.
All right. So, they leaked out, obviously, for Resident Evil Requiem. The cover art confirms that, as we suspected all along, that Leon Kennedy is indeed in the game and will be a playable character.
This is on PlayStation, by the way.
Store, yeah. I was about to say that.
The
artwork went live on the PlayStation Store. So yeah, and obviously back in June, Koshi Nakehishi, he claimed that Leon was not going to be in the game.
Of course, it's his face. Yeah.
He said no one wants to see Leon scared by every little thing. He's actually quite bad match for horror. Like that's what he said.
He said that he can't get scared.
He can't get scared and this and the other. Like
which,
yes.
I think I was having this conversation with Chris.
Okay.
And he was saying that what will probably happen is, you know, in the trailers for what's her name, the girl's name, I can't think of her name, the main character, her playability will be confined to that building she's in. Okay. So is it like the hotel or whatever it is, right? So her campaign will be predominantly in that space. And then with Leon is where we're going to see the ruins of Raccoon City.
Okay. And are they is he trying to get to her or?
I don't know if he's getting to her, but I think Leon will be the investigator to try and track down something from Raccoon City, and she will be like she's the OG campaign for the game. She's what's meant for, and then with the raccoon stuff, there's obviously the campaign. But Leon's like, I guess, the extra character that where you're playing someone else who's trying to do whatever is what we were speculating. I think that makes sense. That Leon would be like all the raccoon fanboy stuff, and then you have the new campaign.
Okay.
Potentially.
All right. Moving on to a little bit more quickly. Obviously, you know, I played Pokemon TCG Pocket. Pokemon, there's a new set coming out 17th of December, Crimson Blaze. The new, the 3 starters from the Kanto region, obviously Bulbasaur, Squirtle, and Charmander, they're there. Obviously, they got all their Mega Evolutions as well. Venusaur, Charizard, and Blastoise, all Megas. Yeah. So, expect that December 17th. Yeah, that's going to be fun. Last bit of news, which is a bit sad as well. Tekken, Harada, stepping down after 30 years. He's gone through every Tekken game up to now, which is a bit sad. I know he had some personal issues as well, like he was lost of family members and stuff like this, and obviously health things as well. Like, do you know what I mean? A little bit. So he's kind of devoted a lot to this game and this franchise and stuff like that. Now he's obviously taking time now to, I guess, step away and do his stuff. I'm not sure he's gonna. I think he still might be in some capacity. Still,
they'll probably have him on as like executive.
Yeah, there's still a role he's gonna play. I don't think he's fully stepping away, but he's definitely departing from Bandai for a little bit. But yeah, that was a bit sad news there.
Yeah, I mean, you can add to the sad news is the Quark from Ratchet and Clank. His voice actor passed away as well.
Yeah.
So some crazy stuff going on this week.
Yeah, indeed. And that's about it from the gaming side on my side.
All right, I've got a little bit. Obviously, we've got the free models. I'm doing Orks in December, which is not really the right thing. You're supposed to do it's Orktober, but it's Orkember now. But I'm going to start with the news first, then we can go into the models afterwards for questions. So I've got a mix of stuff this week for wargaming. So the first thing I've got is a song. It's called Ave Imperator, His Angel's Song, which is basically a soundtrack single that was released by Games Workshop.
Okay.
And it's kind of like, as you'd expect with Warhammer, it's like, like hymns and singing and church singing type thing, like Gothic cathedral type stuff. They released it on the 10th, so a couple of days ago, and it's by Jonathan Hartman, and he's worked with Games Workshop staff, and they've kind of both come together through the brand Laced Records, so it's obviously a publishing music
Lace
label.
Is what it might be something different actually, because Lace is what the soundtracks for all the games when you're
so that's what they've gone through. That's what they've gone through. So the songs are it's symphonic. There's choral elements. That seems very strange to say, and it's all like Gothic and Warhammery. You've got purity seals, candles, all of that stuff. It's available on a few places. I think YouTube's probably the easiest way to listen to it.
It's a music video.
There's video to it, but it is like you can listen to it on Apple Music, for example.
Is the video just like snippets of like Warhammer stuff? Like
no, it's an actual video.
Oh, actual video.
Song.
Okay. I thought they just collaborated just some little.
No. It's genuinely
thing. Okay.
like they built it, but I guess it's one of those things where it's like a song you would play, like it because you have a tape, like D&D. You have a Warhammer one called Wrath and Glory, so I guess you'd play that in the background while you're doing certain scenes.
So your hobby night, would you play it in the background?
No, not the hobby night.
Okay,
no,
I don't know.
No, it'd be more like if it was a bit more of a personal game.
It's not like a tournament stage song like you.
No, this is like if we were in the studio and we'd set it up to play like a game with 8 people. You'd play that while you're playing to kind of get in the vibe, especially like if you're on like a Space Hulk or a ship. That it very much suits that flavour.
Cool.
So there's that. Something else that's interesting, and I was like, the company Skullforge Minis, they do a lot of like brand miniatures. So I've seen like they've done like Killzone ones. I've bought stuff from them for Star Wars and stuff like that. They're doing Ark Raider miniatures.
Oh, sick.
Yeah, it's sick. They look great. They look really good.
What is it? Skullforge Minis?
Skullforge Minis. You have to look on their Patreon. Do Skullforge Minis and then Ark Raiders, and it should come up. Obviously, they're going to have a mixture of like that sci-fi, gritty trooper style armor and equipment. They'll be in 28 and 32mm scales, so they are technically playable in games like Star Wars Legion and Stargrave. So if you want to use these minis, they're agnostic. Like my website, the miniatures are agnostic to games. They'll be in resin, which they'll be printed in resin if you get physical. Because on Patreon you can do. Sometimes you can get physical stuff and digital, and they're going to include sets for Off-World, Covert, and Crimson Raiders. And I think there was 4 squad types, and they come with 5 to 8 figures per squad. So I thought that was a pretty cool bit of news to see. And again, if you're into Ark Raiders, you like to play them. Even if you can get one model, like if you like, I don't know, if you like the Covert style and it suits the character that you have dressed up, you could just get the one mini, I guess, and just like it's a keepsake, isn't it, and stuff like that. Speaking of gifting, you could do the same thing. But that's pretty cool. And Skullforge are a really good brand. I really like their stuff. I got a whole bunch of their stuff. I think they've done a Humble Bundle that I've got where they've got like a whole bunch of STLs and stuff.
Yeah.
Ark Raiders miniatures. Who'd have thought? And then the last bit of news, again, this is another interesting development. So there's the game Bolt Action. It's a tabletop game set World War II.
Okay, I don't think I've heard of that.
They are releasing a video game that's basically a digital version of the game.
Okay, is that going to be any good, do you think? I don't know. I never played it. Or
I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of World War II strategy games, so it's whether it can hold itself up to the rest of them. Bolt Action's well known within the tabletop community for the World War II stuff, so it's known very well.
Is it
known.
quite big though? Yeah,
Yeah. It's made by Warlord Games, and they're quite a big company in of itself.
So doing a game, is that almost like a cash grab, or is it like? Is that, do you think it's genuine to do that, or just doing it just for the sake of it?
I think it's genuine in the sense of they just want to bring it to people that aren't necessarily into tabletop, but like the World War II vibe. So it depends on what side of the plate you want to take it from. I think it makes sense for a game. You know, you could say the same thing with like Warhammer. There's all Warhammer games; they're always tabletop. Are they doing it as a cash grab? Well, if you think about Dawn of War came out and that did so well.
Yeah.
That like it got people into the hobby, so like this could be another way for them to get people into the hobby. So again, it's whatever side of the plate you want to take. I take it from a genuine wanting to widen the scope of where they can hit. It's developed by Slitherine. It's not a studio that I've heard of before.
No, I never heard of.
And it's designed to faithfully recreate the game. So you'll have like the morale system, line of sight, pinning, and like all different stat effects like you would in the tabletop. And it'll have campaign and multiplayer.
Okay, cool.
And it's going to have like a Normandy campaign as well. And I think from what I understand, you'll be able to customize. You can basically do like the customization you want, like you would on the tabletop. So if you wanted to paint like the British but change the colour of the armour, I think you could do that through the game from what they showed. And yeah, I think I think it makes sense. I think if you would be silly to not look at a big company like Games Workshop and go, oh, maybe that's an idea for us. Because if you think about like, look at the last few games, Space Marine 2 and then the announcement of Dawn of War 4.
Dawn of War 4, yeah.
Look how much, you know, like just like selling success, but like exposure success that's generated for Games Workshop. Would you be surprised that these guys are like, oh, we want to get a piece of the pie?
A piece of,
Do you know what I mean? And it's set to release in 2026. Yeah, that's all of that news element that I had this week. Nice. Obviously, the Game Awards, I might have some stuff on here. Who knows? For next week.
Who knows?
I do.
Not me.
I do.
Not me.
I do. Free models.
Indeed.
This week I've picked Orks. And I don't know why I decided it, but I figured why not. I think it's more so because I'm looking to get rid of like a lot of my Xenos stuff. So I thought, let me start bringing these.
Yes, I'll go with this first guy.
Okay, so this chap is an Ork big shooter. It's a big shooter. It's a heavy, like his equipment. It's like heavy weapons, but it's like ramshackle built firearms, much like the Orks always are. Their equipment tends to be larger and louder than the traditional weapons, like we saw with that Ork before, where he had the pistol and the axe. Yeah. And they rely on sheer volume of like ammunition over any particular level of accuracy, so they just want to hit a location that has an enemy in it.
Yeah, these guys, they don't care what they hit.
No, that's just as long as they
hit something.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
And I guess it's a good thing to bring when you have like a squad of Ork boys, to have some of these guys to back them up, because the Ork boys are going to try and get in close but use some like the pistols and stuff, whereas you can have these guys like firing in to an enemy line as the Ork boys hit them and stuff like that. And yeah, again, their equipment's often just cobbled together with all bits of scavenged equipment and weaponry. And we talked about this before, that if Orks believe something works, it does. So conventionally, that probably doesn't work. But because that Ork believes it can fire a missile, it will.
It looks like it's crazy. Sorry.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, the Orks, the whole lore behind it is, and yes, I guess their real element in gameplay is like they provide suppressive fire, and they're very good at keeping enemies sort of in a position without taking the risk of the enemy moving or anything like that. And yeah, they're good like heavy support from a distance. If you like similar to like a heavy, like the Cadian heavy weapons team, they could kind of be that for the Orks. But yeah, that's the Ork big shooter.
All right. Let's see the big cat. Let's have a look at
the Gretchen. This is an Ork Gretchen. They are small, often stupid and cowardly, like Ork-ish type of little servants, I guess.
See this on the camera, but it looks like almost like Dobby.
Yeah, imagine Dobby, but just wants to kill things. They're expendable. They're cannon fodder. They do tedious and
these are,
mediocre tasks for orcs.
it's like they'll just nib at your heels or something like that.
Yeah, they're much weaker than actual orcs because obviously they're just little gremlins.
Yeah, little gremlins also. That's exactly what they're like.
They carry crude equipment, like you can see, like that looks like a gear shaft or something into a car.
I thought that was like
axle.
a grenade or something. Like
no, that's a bat.
I actually thought that was a grenade.
So there you go. Though orcs do rely on them in the sense like to run supplies or crew like small ramshackle like tanks and heavy equipment. And the idea with Gretchens is they actually would typically be like a minimum of 10 in a squad. And they might even have an orc that kind of herds them to keep them in check. They are very cheeky, and they're kind of not the backbone of an orc army, but like having some Gretchens would make sense. Just throw them at an enemy, just to like tie up a tank up. You just throw them in front of it and see what happens. But yeah, the Gretchens are just cannon fodder through and through.
Yeah, let's go for the big guy at the back here.
So this is an orc boss.
Yes, I was about to say he's like a full leader, like a full.
Yes, he's got the banner at the back,
banner.
the claw, the dual weapon. Again. So Orc War Boss is brutal overlord of an Orc horde. He's there when they activate War, which is like their, I guess, inspirational signature move. An Orc War Boss would typically instigate a Warg movement.
Okay.
Basically, they're much bigger and stronger than others in their kind, and they tend to wield crazy weaponry. Like you can see, that's like a combi weapon and a massive claw
arm,
and stuff like that. So yeah, they're very well equipped and very heavy to take on the best that the Imperium, for example, would throw at an orc. That they're very much able to take on a lot of heavy hitting Imperial enemies. Now, for a war boss, you'd think you're probably going to ask the question, Sean. How does one become a war boss?
Exactly. I actually was thinking that.
Yeah. So war bosses rise to power by taking on rivals. So if there's two, like this orc says, I'm the boss, this orc will say, no, I'm the boss. So guess what they've got to do?
They got to fight it out.
They got to fight it out. And every time an orc wins, or every time, so when the orc wins, so that war boss becomes the war boss. Each time he defeats another challenger, he becomes bigger and stronger.
What? This naturally becomes bigger and stronger?
Space magic.
Or is it the orc make believe I'm bigger and stronger than you?
Yeah, it's kind of that, because the other orcs are going to, he's bigger and stronger because he killed that other orc. So they believe he's bigger and stronger, that he becomes bigger and stronger.
So if this little wretch one here decides to say, I want to make a war boss, he loses now. The wretch loses. This one goes bigger and stronger because he just be a little wretch.
I would say no, because that orc war boss wouldn't waste his time on a Gretchen.
That's what I'm trying to.
It wouldn't waste his time. That wouldn't even be a scenario that happens. So if it was another orc,
if this one was the rocket,
everyone else would be like, oh my god, he's bigger than everyone else. He must be the boss.
So if this one won the war boss, it would take his armor and everything like that. Is that how?
Think of it like the Nemesis system in Shadow of Mordor.
Yeah.
So they remember and they get bigger,
and
stuff like that. He wouldn't necessarily take all of his equipment, but
then this one will now grow to the size of pretty much.
I don't know if it necessarily grows to that size in that way, but it's going to get bigger.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to just piece it together. It's interesting. I was like, all right, cool. All right.
Yeah. So imagine it. I guess imagine it in the sense that when that orc kills the other war boss because he wants to be the boss, it's like taking like a steroid shot, and then he gets bigger that time, and then he's got to do it again, and then he's going to take another shot, and then he gets bigger again. It's kind of like that, but obviously, orc space magic.
Having Bane's button, like you press him.
Yes. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Think of it like that, but it's killing other orcs.
Yeah.
And he has
more than one war boss, or is it just only?
No, there's only ever a one war boss.
Okay,
for a
orc army. There's only
orc army or war band. There'll be one, but there tends to be a lot of infighting with orcs. So there'll be all these different war bands, but they tend to be fighting for whatever silliness. The name eludes me. There was one orc that basically brought all the orcs. Sometimes you'll get orcs that bring all the orc gangs together under one banner, and usually when that happens it's a bit more of a problem, because orcs being organized is not a good idea, or it's not good for anyone other than orcs, especially because war bosses tend to be a little bit smarter. as well, especially like some named orc war bosses that you can get. They're smart. Like they're smart in the sense of as far as they can get for combat. Like they're not like book smart. They're just
street smart.
Yeah, I guess it's the way. They're kind of
Okay.
like that. And yeah, so as I said, orc war bosses, they drive the war, which is like the rallying call for orcs. And they send that forward as, again, their personalities. They inspire the mobs through fear, violence, promising unending combat for the orcs that'll never stop, that they can keep taking on their enemies. And they just embody that idea that the orcs are the best and no one can beat them. Yeah, that's the orc war boss is an interesting one, to be fair. But yeah, the orcs are interesting. They're I'm not the biggest buff of orcs, but they're definitely, I get why people get into them, because you can kit bash and make anything you want with the orcs and it goes. You know, like you could get an Imperial Guard.
That's their style, isn't it?
Yeah, that's it. It's ramshackle. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. It's a kit basher's dream, because like you could get orc models from any company, put a bit of GW stuff on it, and there's nothing to say, oh, this is an orc from 40k, right?
Yeah.
But you could do it with anything. But it's the same as the vehicles. I could buy like a Fisher Price truck, put all the bits and Warhammer bits and paint it and stuff like that, and I can say it's an orc war truck. That's how. Same as like the planes. But if you want like the aircraft, you could get like what do you call it? Like bolt action Spitfires. Put some orc logos and bits and mechanical bits and all that stuff, and say that they're orc flyers. Orcs have real good flexibility when it comes to like.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like. Yeah.
Yeah, if you just want to do your thing, orcs are the way forward. Orcs, I'm like, I feel like I'd like to get into. I'm very like, I like the what's the word? The uniformity of like a Astra Militarum army. Like I like anyway. Yeah. That's all I've got for models and wargaming news.
Cool.
But yeah, I think that's all
we've
got this week.
That's all we've got for this week.
Yes, we'll have obviously our special episode the following week.
Yes. So next week, guys, make sure you tune in. We will be doing our Game Awards wrap up, and discussing discussing all the winners, losers, how we feel about it, stuff like that. We'll go deeper into that next week. But yeah, we appreciate all you guys listening every week as well. Make sure on Spotify, give us a 5-star rating. It always helps us out.
Yes.
Give us a follow as well over there. Share it out. Let everybody else know what's going on over this side. Also, we are every week as well on Twitch. I think we missed this week, didn't we?
I had to. I didn't do a post.
Yeah.
There's no post. So
missed this week on Twitch, but don't get me wrong, guys. There will be more streaming going on every week as well. So over on Twitch as well, Pixel Forge Podcasts here on Twitch. Also on the YouTube as well, so make sure you subscribe over there. Give us a huge thumbs up on each video. Leave a comment below. Let us know how you were doing with the episodes.
Far. We've been getting more
we've been getting
interaction, which has been helpful as well.
There you go. See, appreciate the comments and stuff, guys. I know we've had a couple on Spotify as well, and the comments and stuff like that as well, so I appreciate it. But yeah, that's it for this week. You can catch yourself on Starline Forge on Instagram. I'm on Gaming Party Pro, and on my other handle, Unchained Assassin, as well on Instagram. If you want to get hold of me or chat to me about anything. But yeah, that's it.
Cool.
Until next week, guys.
See you soon.
Bye.